All right, I'm joined by Brantford Mayor Kevin Davis in the home of the Brantford Bulldogs. Not only are they the best team in the OHL, they're one of the best teams in the entire Canadian Hockey League. How great has it been for this community to have an OHL team again?
Well, because hockey runs in our blood here, it has been a fantastic experience having an OHL team here in town. It's been something that this community has wanted ever since the Alexanders left in the 1980s. And as I said, this is a hockey town. We understand hockey. We appreciate hockey. We've got a great minor hockey network here. I mean, Brantford's more than just hockey, but it's a big part of our life here. And this is kind of life affirming in that sense.
What is the key to attracting businesses and corporations to this area?
It's a lot of different reasons. You talk to the manufacturers located here, say within the last 10 years, it's been in one case, it might be that the price of industrial land here in Brantford has been very reasonable. But I think what's happening in the last 5-6 years is that we have a municipal government here in Brantford, both the elected officials and the staff, that are very much business orientated and value business. We're trying to streamline the process and procedures we have at City Hall for those who want to create a business here. We've got a really dedicated workforce here in Brantford, very high labor force participation rates, a fairly high education rate too in terms of understanding manufacturing and what it takes to work in a modern manufacturing facility. And people here in Brantford truly do appreciate businesses that decide to locate here. Also, for the employees that want to work here, generally the cost of housing here is much less than it is in other parts of the GTA. Yeah, and there's the quality of life here that you often don't get in a larger city.
How fast is this community growing? Like, I know when I moved here probably 15 years ago, it was under 100,000 people.
Yeah, and it wasn't growing. Back in 10, 15 years ago, there was no growth. And in a couple of years, it was actually retracting. In the last 4 or 5 years, there's been quite a bit of growth here in Brantford. Actually, last year, probably we were rated as the third fastest growing city in Ontario. Recently, the Residential Council of Ontario gave us an A+ rating for the number of housing starts. But for me, it wasn't just housing starts, it was also the construction of rental units, and in particular rental buildings. We've got a real shortage of rental accommodation here in Brantford, and we're now starting to see that the supply beginning to be able to meet that demand.
Some of that demand is from the more than 200 workers at Massili North America, a factory on Elgin Street in Brantford that churns out over 1 billion metal lids a year.
We manufacture metal twist closures, which is a fancy name for the metal top of a glass jar of pickles or salsa or spaghetti sauce that you can find in almost every fridge in Canada and the United States.
Earlier this month, Massili announced they are getting into the can business as well, using steel produced in Hamilton.
We are starting up a new facility to manufacture 3-piece metal food cans for the Canadian agri-food business. That will be using Canadian steel from Hamilton, processed here in Brantford to make the cans, packed with Canadian agriculture down in southwestern Ontario, and sold through Canadian retail shelves across the country.
That expansion is happening in Brantford. Garnet Lasby, the president of Massili North America, says this area is attractive for a number of reasons, including cost and location.
When we got here, we found out that the transportation capability from Brantford and the quality of the workforce are both just exceptional. We have access from our raw materials into Brantford and access to the market throughout North America, because we serve Canada, the US, and Mexico from here. We have excellent transportation routes, and we've been able to hire wonderful people from the area.
Coming up later in the show, I'll take you for a tour of some of my favorite spots in this area, and I hope you have an appetite. Welcome to Brantford, and if you're hungry, Strode's is the place to be. One of the most popular lunch spots and butcher shops in town. Joined by Brian, the owner of Strode's. I am a big fan of your chicken sandwich, and I think it's the biggest chicken sandwich around. Tell me a little bit about what you guys do here.
Well, we started back 1937, very simple. And first of all, welcome you guys. It's good to see you guys back again. We started with a butcher shop. We then went right to a deli with the previous owners. We took it over about 22 years ago. We put through a pile of hungry people. The chicken schnitzel's the #1, definitely a large sandwich. And then we've got Lisa here. been with us as long as I've been around, one of my first, and then she's making our chicken sandwich for us. People come in, we got soups, we got stews, we've got, everything homemade or from scratch type of thing.
I've come here in the lunchtime. There's been a lineup out the door. How important is that, the loyalty from your local customers?
Oh, loyalty is the number one thing that keep anybody going. I mean, if you don't have loyalty in your community, you might as well just close up. I mean, the product sells itself. But with my staff and the friendliness, the camaraderie, everybody comes in. Yeah, there's a lineup, but by the time we get them through, it's like there wasn't even a lineup. They're that fast and efficient.
And when you're done with your giant chicken sandwich from Strode's, head over to Sweet Bakery to introduce yourself to Stacey Bester. What do we got here?
Yeah, we have cookies. We are known for our sugar cookies, and I thought today, since we're a little short-handed, you could help me package some up. And
Just
these
tell me what
ones
to do.
Look like little boxes of chocolates, because why just have a boring old cookie? So we like to do a nice little assortment of our milk chocolate and our dark chocolate.
So what's it like being a small business owner in Brantford?
It is lovely. I grew up in small business Brantford. My parents were entrepreneurs from the time I was 3 years old, so I've really not known any differently.
Now, I am a big fan of your, I don't know the name of it.
The Cracker Jack cookie.
The Cracker Jack cookie. That is my ultimate favorite.
Yes.
But what is your specialty here? Because you do amazing gluten-free as well.
We do. We really, gluten-free and vegan are, I think they probably pay my rent every month, to be honest. We're known for everything being made from scratch with only real whole ingredients, real butter. But if I had one item that put us on the map here in Brantford, it was definitely our pecan square. That's what got people in the doors when we first opened.
And this whole area is a sneaky good food destination, and Paris especially has some really great spots. And one I just found a few months ago is the Paris Inn. And joining me now is Rob Yerkew, the owner of the Paris Inn. What kind of food do you do here?
So we just Neapolitan-style pizzas. We also make Pizzo sandwiches. So I guess the Neapolitan chefs got bored of just doing pizzas, so they decided to make the dough into a bun and then make sandwiches from there. So we've kind of done stuff off of that.
Now, I haven't eaten one of the sandwich pizzas yet, but I am in love with the beef dip. What goes into that?
So we got our horseradish aioli. So we stretch it, horseradish aioli base, provolone, sauteed onions, and smoked beef. So we actually slow smoke the beef for about 6 hours in-house. Which makes it, do it to medium rare, but it makes it super tender. So 6 hours, only did the 130 degrees, and it just,
Does the food scene in this small town of Paris kind of blow your mind? Like, there's a lot to eat in this town.
It is kind of crazy, yeah. It's lucky that you don't really have to go outside of town to get really good food in Paris, because it is, it's small mom and pops. We don't have the corporates, right? So we're the ones who really